Well, it's that time of year again. Every single year for the past 4 years, ever since the Nintendo Switch was announced, we've had this incredible barrage of just nonstop propaganda and concerns revolving around the rumor mill. Like, the Switch Pro is coming out. A better version of Nintendo Switch is coming out. It's coming out in 2018, 2019, 2020, this year, 2021. Like, they just keep coming up with these outlandish statements that they keep providing these reliable sources, which, by the way, are never all that reliable. You know, people like Emily Rogers, like Mochizuki, like Liam Robertson, like Review Tech USA, like Amazon, like Amazon.com, like from Mexico, like all these, like, that image is probably Photoshop, but what I'm getting at here is that there has never been any indication that there is a Nintendo Switch Pro on the horizon. And last year, last time this happened, last time these rumors started circulating, Nintendo had to come out at a shareholders meeting and admit that, like, and acknowledge the rumors and deny that there was a Nintendo Switch Pro coming that year. We had this situation where, like, people like Review Tech USA were making videos saying that, like, oh, the Nintendo Switch is coming, the Nintendo Switch Pro is coming out this year, and then Nintendo, like, debunked those claims later that month. And that's kind of what I'm expecting to see now, and I think what most people are expecting. Here's the facts, Rich. Here's the facts, like Emily Rogers. Here's the facts, like Mochizuki. Like, here's the facts, like gaming journalism. You can't keep the narrative going forever. Like, that's kind of the reality. That's kind of what's happening here. Is it's like these people are so desperate for news, so desperate for clickbait, so desperate for something to talk about, so someone will pay attention to them. They'll fabricate entire stories, entire narratives, and just make shit up to get people to pay attention to them. And what usually happens, like, they've been doing this forever. Like, oh, we're going to get a new, powerful Nintendo console that's on par with PlayStation and Xbox. They've been saying that for, like, I want to say, like, at least since the GameCube, like, since the Wii days, right? Like, Wii HD. You know, like, they're going to put out a console they're going to put out a re-release of the Wii that can run Resident Evil 5. They're going to put out the NX, a console that's on par with the PS4 and Xbox One. They're going to put out a Switch Pro, even though the PS4 Pro has proven itself to be a complete disaster, even though Nintendo has already shown what they want to do with Switch revisions. Like, you know, they've already put out a Switch Lite, which is completely different than what the rumors speculated we would get, right? Like, it's nonstop with these people, and it's not just, like, the hardware. They're also, like, making up, like, claims about software. Of course, like, Emily Rogers had those claims in 2015 that Mother 3 would be coming soon. Liam Robertson, like, made up a lot of the lies about Star Fox Zero, which really tanked that game's the enthusiasm for that game among, like, hardcore fans. You had, like, the, you know, Beyond Good and Evil 2 being Switch exclusive. You had, like, you know, and the subtitle being Odyssey, and stuff like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 2 being, like, fake as fuck. Like, you see this all the time with these people. They are extremely unreliable. They're completely making stuff up, and they're very easily tricked. I know for a fact that how they were manipulated into thinking Star Fox Grand Prix was real, for example. It's, someone just took the logo from Star Fox Guard, like, used a similar font and photoshopped, like, Star Fox Grand Prix and tricked them into thinking that, like, this thing was real. Like, unbelievable. It never stops with these people. And I want more and more gamers to rise up and say that, like, no, we don't want fake news. We don't want your bullshit. We don't trust you. We're not going to listen to you. My suggestion going forward, block Emily Rogers on Twitter and block anyone who enables her or follows her. Because these people cannot be taken seriously.